This is Jonathan Agger, Fifth for Pro Boxing Fans. We're here at the Top Rank Gym in Las Vegas, being joined by Bill Haney, father of Devin Haney, who fights George Kambosos Jr. 5th for all the belts in Melbourne. Bill, how are you feeling? Obviously, everything at stake. It doesn't get much bigger.
Great, thank you for having me. But do not forget that it will be June 4th. In the United States, on ESPN.
June 4th and it's June 5th in Melbourne, right?
June 5th in Melbourne, June 4th in the U.S. on ESPN. It's going to be truly something special. What we're describing is the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. You have two tough fighters, and George Kambosos and Devin Haney. A true Cinderella story. George and Jim have done a remarkable job climbing to the top of the division. Of course, me and Devin's road to this, our scratching and clawing, is our story is legendary. You got Lou DiBella, the Salih promoter, who's made a resurgence to the top of the game and putting on a major event in Australia. We look forward to him, and also the Victorian government, who also who's did a tremendous job in terms of putting up the money to make this historic event happen.
I spoke to Devin just over there, and he feels that George Kambosos was forced into this fight. Do you agree?
You know what? I don't look at it that way. I look at it, George did a lot of things to not make it happen. But of course, him signing, now I look forward to the fight. You see what I mean? I look forward to it happening. It appeared to be a rocky road. I stayed optimistic. I'm a firm believer in Allah, and Allah doesn't make any mistakes. I stayed optimistic. Lou DiBella gave me his word that if the fight didn't happen between Lomachenko and Kambosos, that he would revisit Devin, and that's what he did. We struck a deal between him and Bob. Of course, shout out to Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and DAZN, who did a great job in building us and getting us to this point. They never stood in the way of making it happen. Of course, Devin has a tremendous loyalty to Eddie, so they had to have a private and intimate conversation. And once they had that conversation, Devin told me, "Dad, do everything to make the thing happen." So, and that's what I did.
I was going to ask you about, obviously, Eddie Hearn. Obviously, Devin's contract was out, I believe, with Matchroom, but obviously he's fought on DAZN shows continuously. Is it strange not being with Eddie Hearn for this fight?
Oh, well, absolutely. Eddie is he's a constant professional. You know what I mean? He's a man that's never at a loss for words. They did a tremendous job with us. You know what I'm saying? What they paid us is legendary. We were fighters that were getting our worth. You know what I mean? And when it came time for a legacy-defining fight such as this, Eddie said that he was going to do everything to make it happen, and if he couldn't make it happen, he was a man of his word, and we were able to do it. And you know what I'm saying? And that meant everything.
Just picking this back up with Bill Haney. Bill, obviously this fight's in Australia. We understand that if Devin wins, the rematch would have to take place in Australia as well. Is that a gamble, or do you see that as, credit to Devin for taking these terms?
Well, listen, once I say again, shout out to the Australian government, who is willing to not only put up the money for the first time, but also put up the money for the second time. So we don't look at it as a gamble. We look at it as a great opportunity to go into an environment that we don't have fans, and to make to win over the Australians and win over their respect, and ultimately gain Australian fans.
Should this go to a decision, any concerns about the judging, given you're in his backyard?
Well, the thing about it is that I look forward to the judges and the referee being on their A game, no different than Lou has been as a lead promoter, been on his A game. Of course, Hall of Fame promoter Bob Arum is on his A game. The Kambosos team and George and Jim will be on their A game, and of course we will as well, me and Devin. So why would we expect for some judges to then come in and do a C-class performance, right? A D-class performance or an F, right? That doesn't make any sense. That they would work their entire life to get in a fight of this magnitude at the Super Bowl and then cause so much shadow of a doubt. One thing that everyone continues to say is what happened with Pacquiao and Jeff Hearn. So it has an opportunity that we have an opportunity now to push this sport forward. So why not it be fair? Why not be fair and the best man wins? That way, Australia is viewed as a hub for boxing and not just be viewed as a place that you're going to get robbed at.
And on a personal level, if Devin wins the fight, becomes undisputed champion, how much would that mean to you, given the journey you've been on, built up, as you said, by Matchroom, and now in this position to win all those belts, especially in Australia? How much would that mean to you?
Well, when Devin wins, inshallah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be everything. This has been a 15-year journey for Devin that we're really prepared for. He started out, that he wants to become undisputed champion, meaning that he wins everything, and he has that opportunity. Of course, he called and told me. He said, after talking to Eddie, and Eddie giving his blessings on it, he said, Dad, do everything to make the fight. They gave me about 48 hours to decide. I talked to Devin. We called back within 24 of the 48 hours, said that we were all in, that we were accepting all terms, and the only thing that we wanted to make sure of is that it was neutral judges, that we were able to all decide on the judges.
Bill Haney, thanks for talking to Pro Boxing fans. Best of luck.